Dirt Devil challenges Dustbuster in a classic Western shootout. Which one will clean up the town? You'll see. Are extended warranties on new cars worth the money? I'll have some answers. I'll show you how to protect yourself against the mugger's attack. I'll also check out a new life-saving device for trapped motorists. More confusing and amusing ads and labels. And an energy-saving clock that runs on water? All this right here on... And welcome to Fight Back. Behind me is the set for the Western Stunt Show at the Universal Studio Tour in Los Angeles. Now, I picked this location because I heard there was going to be a big shootout between two of the roughest and toughest hombres in the West who really want to clean this town up. Why? Because of this magazine ad. It says Dirt Devil versus Dustbuster, and it gives a step-by-step comparison. It shows a shedding dog, a spilled box of popcorn, and an overturned potted plant, all on a carpeted stairway. The ad intimates that any contest between Dustbuster and Dirt Devil would result in a sweeping victory for Dirt Devil. Now, for some time now, Dustbuster has been a popular seller among portable vacuums. But is Dirt Devil really better at cleaning up this rough and tough town? The battle begins. The town rug, covered with dog hair, popcorn, kitty litter, cereal, and spilled dirt, is attacked by Dirt Devil. But Dustbuster fights back. Dirt Devil takes the lead, and Dustbuster is getting worried. Is he starting to slip? His bag is filling up fast, and the big pieces are not giving up as easily. The battle continues into the day. It's now or never. A dirty job, but somebody has to do it. It's become obvious that Dirt Devil is a more powerful competitor. Dirt and Dirt Devil seem to be made for each other. He likes it. He eats it up. Nothing can stop him. But wait. This time he's gone too far. Strong as he is, Dirt Devil can't make it without outside help. So who's the real winner? I think it was an unfair comparison. Dustbuster came on the market as a very convenient, rechargeable, battery-powered hand vacuum for small pickups. Dirt Devil is just a smaller version of the standard electric vacuum. They are both very effective picker-uppers, but comparing them is like putting me in the ring with champion wrestler and actor Jack Wildman Armstrong, who so convincingly played the part of Dirt Devil. And I also want to thank stuntmen Bob Rochelle, Lance Rimmer, and Steve Gillum for letting us use their town. Let's give them a big hand. Come on, guys. Here, we'll stand out here and I'll put my hat on. Come on, let's come out and take a picture. Here we are. Here we are, guys. The three of us. And we'll be right back after another break. This is Kit, the car, from the television show Knight Rider. And you know, I have watched that show so often, and I've always had questions I wanted to ask you, Kit. How you doing?
Fine. How you doing, Dave?
I've been curious, with all this electronic gear that you have, with this high-performance automobile, do you have an extended warranty?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, I do, because I find it necessary, since I have so many electronic parts. It covers all those specific things. For instance, look at my left window. It covers that, too.
And you feel that you weren't taken when you bought the warranty?
Absolutely not.
But I want to tell you something, Kit.
Yes.
New car dealers love to sell extended service warranties. Next to financing, it's one of the most profitable aftermarket options. But dollar for dollar, extended warranties have never looked like a very good investment to me. Such warranties are generally overpriced, and they're often misrepresented. In the first place, they're not really warranties at all. They're service contracts, nor do they provide as many years of coverage as they seem to. What's called a 3-year extended service contract is really a 2-year contract. The first year is already covered by the factory warranty. But the complaint I hear most is that the fine print often hides so many exemptions and restrictions, it's the owner who ends up paying for most of the repairs. Extended service contracts do not cover any repairs warranted by the manufacturer or subject to a manufacturer's recall. Nor do they cover any damage that could possibly be blamed on accidents, bad weather, road hazards, or owner negligence. If the owner has modified the car in any way, used non-approved car parts for repairs, or failed to keep up required maintenance, like tune-ups, oil changes, and topping up fluid levels, then the extended service contract may be voided. Repairing or replacing the odometer so that the car's actual mileage cannot be determined may also void the service contract. So what's the alternative? Jack Gillis, the editor of the car book, has this interesting suggestion.
What I recommend you do is you take the $500, $600, or $700 that these cost you, and they're very expensive, put it in a high interest-bearing money market account or some sort of savings account. In the unlikely event that you have a catastrophic repair down the road, you've got your nest egg to draw on. More than likely, however, you'll be building up your payment for your next car, your down payment for the next car.
Obviously, a few $100s put in the bank for a year or two won't pay for a whole new transmission or a rebuilt engine. According to Gillis, the odds are against ever having to pay such a catastrophic expense. Even so, that's more risk than some people feel comfortable with. You may want to consider buying a car that comes with an extended factory warranty, 5 years and 50,000 miles or more at no extra cost. If the manufacturer offers only the standard 1-year warranty, then you may want to consider the extended service contract. Just be sure you read the fine print first, and that you know exactly what it does and does not cover. Towing, emergency repairs, rental cars. Does it pay for repairs up front? Or are you expected to pay the bills and collect from the contract later? Who backs the contract? The manufacturer, the dealer, or some independent company that you may have never heard of? If you do decide to buy a service contract, most states allow you 30 days to change your mind and get a refund. But there are conditions which must be met. So here again, read the contract and know your refund rights. And here is our consumer horror file with 2 real horrible characters who have brought us some more letters and confusing and amusing ads from our viewers. Right, guys? Okay, here we go to it. The first letter comes from Lauren Sagar, who lives in Fairfax, California. She writes, came across what seemed like one of your too-good-to-be-true letters. The sign on this building says, for lease, 50 cents. Seems hard to beat this price. Do you suppose it's the whole building? Well, Lauren, we called the Silver Kirk Realty office in Sacramento, California, the company that placed the sign, and we were told, sorry for the confusion, but in our business, this is what is called a given. People in the industry know this means 50 cents a square foot. And as that particular building has 55,000 square feet of leasable space, the total lease would not be 50 cents, but over $27,000 a month. So, Lauren, I guess it's not such a fantastic deal after all. Our next letter comes from Laurel Givens, who lives in Kansas City, Missouri. Laurel writes, saw this ad in the International Mail catalog. It shows a man exercising with a stomach eliminator, and it has an instruction that reads, "Not to be used with your shoes." And guess what the person in the ad is wearing? Shoes. I'm confused. Thanks, Laurel. Well, this is a printing error. According to the makers of the stomach eliminator, it should have read, "Not to be used with hard-soled shoes or inflexible soled shoes." Maybe the writer was trying to save space. Elaine Chavanon, who lives in Costa Mesa, California, writes, "Found this ad in the one ad section of the paper. It has to be a mistake, right? Wanted, cook, experienced with culinary background. Don't we all fit that description," writes Elaine. Well, we checked with the Park Avenue Catering Company in the city of Orange, California, and they were embarrassed. Of course, the word should have been experienced in culinary, not culinary. And you know, Elaine, you were the only person who caught that mistake. Jerry Lehman, who lives in Franklin Grove, Illinois, writes, "Don't know how large these items are, but I really don't think they could handle the job as advertised. It's an ad for Emerson garage disposers. They sure look like garbage disposers to me." Jeremy, this is one of those obvious printing errors. But when we called the company that placed that ad, Farm and Fleet Wholesale in Sterling, Illinois, they didn't even want to talk to us. As a matter of fact, they hung up on us. Maybe they don't have a sense of humor. But if you have a sense of humor, or you're confused or amused, or you come across a label that you don't understand, send it to me, and if we use it on the show, we'll send you a Fight Back t-shirt and a copy of our theme. And I'll be right back. No, we'll be right back right after this break. How would you like to have something like that following you around? It'd be pretty frightening, wouldn't it? Anyway, all kidding aside, we've had a number of viewer requests for us to show again a series that we did some time ago on how not to become a victim of crime. Now, most of us are under the impression that crime happens to the other guy in other neighborhoods, that it just can't happen to me. But violence knows no boundaries. But by being aware, you can prevent the unexpected. Here is a familiar scene that we can all associate with. A trunk full of groceries being unloaded at home. In this situation, we can make a lot of mistakes, and some of those mistakes might be fatal, like not having the house keys ready when you reach the door and fumbling for the right one. If someone is waiting to attack you, this is the perfect time. Another dangerous but common mistake is leaving the door wide open as you go back to the car for more groceries. Police reports indicate muggers and rapists walk the streets looking for opportunities like this one. Pretty scary, isn't it? You can just imagine what's going on inside that house. But wait, we're not through yet. Here's another very dangerous situation. The owner of this property has let the trees and bushes completely block the view of the entry from the street. An attacker could hide here in daylight and never be seen until it's too late. The idea here is to cut back the bushes. And there goes another vulnerable person, the jogger. The mistake most joggers make is they run at the same time every day over the same route. This makes it easy to be set up by an attacker. So vary your route and time, police say. This also applies to other situations, like going to and from work or walking your dog. It is very important that you change your routine from day to day, because if you don't, you are asking for trouble.
A lot of the things that we've talked about borders on being paranoid, but there's a fine line between being paranoid and being aware. And these are simple things, but they're things that people tend to forget, or they don't think it's important, but they're the very things that will get them into problems. Oftentimes I've heard many victims tell me that this person just came out of nowhere, or he caught me off guard and I didn't know what to do, and I just kind of froze and panicked. Remember, this person does not come out of nowhere. He's been following you, he's been watching you. It was you. You weren't looking out for him, or you weren't looking out for the danger signs out here in the street.
Here again are those 4 simple tips. Don't fumble with your keys. Have the right key ready before you get to the door. Don't leave your door open while you return to your car. Cut back bushes or trees around the entrances to your home that might provide a hiding place for a potential mugger. And when you take a walk or jog, don't always follow the same predictable route. These are easy to follow rules that could save your life. And speaking of saving your life, we like to try out new products here on Fight Back. Here is one designed to save your life in case of an auto emergency. It's called the LifeHammer. It's a tool that mounts easily in your car within an arm's reach to be used if you ever need to get out of your car in a hurry in case of an accident. To dramatize what would happen in a real accident, we brought in experts with a specially equipped truck to turn our test car on its side. When a person is trapped inside a car, a LifeHammer can come in real handy, according to the manufacturer.
The reason you have to start with the LifeHammer is because there is no way you can knock the window out, or kick the window, or break the window. You have to have something sharp or object to have handy. When people are trapped in the car, they can cut the seatbelt, break the glass, and get out of the car before it catches fire.
The test car is now in position. Rubik volunteers to play the trapped motorist. He climbs in and gets into the seat. We follow strict safety rules. They do not allow a person to be inside a car when it's rolled over. His seatbelt is fastened. The window is rolled shut. How does he get out? Rubik grabs for his LifeHammer, mounted within easy reach. With a special blade on the handle, he cuts the seatbelt, covers his eyes, and easily shatters the window. He can now escape. LifeHammer was designed in Germany and is carried by most German police cars and buses, not only for people to smash their way out of an overturned car and escape, but also to break the glass from the outside to help other people escape. The secret? LifeHammer's specially designed glass-breaking tip, which, at least in our demonstration, seemed to be another one of those worthwhile tools to carry, just in case. The odds of you ever being trapped in your car are pretty slim, but the LifeHammer does fit into the category of the Halon fire extinguisher that automatically cuts off an engine fire. We talked about that preventative measure on a past Fight Back program. They both could be handy to have around just in case. And we'll be right back after this break. Here on Fight Back, we have the best time trying out new gimmicks and gadgets. You might remember we got one of these 1 potato, 2 potato clocks that said it would run on anything. Well, here is 2 potatoes and here's the clock. Let's insert the probe and see what happens. It works. But now, somebody sent us a water clock manufactured in West Germany. And we're going to try that out. And I think we have a volunteer. Do we have a volunteer here? All right. What's your name?
Dorothy Mayer.
All right, Dorothy. This is a water clock.
Okay.
Sells for about $10. Now, what we want you to do, Dorothy, and this is very critical, is to pour the water from this into the base of the clock, and let's see what happens. Okay, are you ready now?
Sure.
Prepared. Okay, let's see what happens. It works. It works, and you can set it. Thank you very much, Dorothy. But you know, we're just about out of time. Wouldn't it be nice if someone would invent a watch that runs on water? And as I always say, you have to stay aware and informed and fight back, and don't let anyone rip you off. If you have a commercial that you'd like us to challenge, or if you have an idea for a story we can use on the program, write to Fight Back, Burbank, California, 91523. If we use your letter on the show, we'll send you a Fight Back t-shirt and a copy of our theme.
Do you hear?